too hard
Yeah,
to
we're live.
understand.
We're live now, bro.
We're live now.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, you sure? All right. CMD boxing reports. Rolling a heavy report in here. And I'm back at it for the boxing fanatics with my boy Boxing Block Center.
Yeah, it's been a long time, bro. It seems like
Yeah.
forever.
Mm. I
Rolling
just
back
watched the
now.
commercial. That looked like man, Eubanks Jr. in that commercial dancing with a girl.
Yeah. The guys, I think the guys, he love life, I guess.
Yeah.
So, bro, let's go to the topic. The bowling fans are waiting. And for those of you
What's
guys
up, Mark Crawford?
who are watching, please click the like button as you keep watching because it's about to get real with CM the Boston Report. It's been a long time. We haven't done a live stream because the haters wanted to block my channel, which they know they can because I'm too smart for those fools. So it's about John to Water wanting to smoke with Anthony Joshua and Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel being trollers or trollers. Now, bro, you heard about a 50 million John to Water, uh, you know, for 50 million offer that he sent to Anthony Joshua, right? Through an email.
Right.
So what was your first thought when you had that?
Well, when I first heard it, first thing that ran through my mind is where is he going to get this money from? I'm like, Deontay Wild don't have that type of money. But then I forgot he was with Al Heyman. It's Al Heyman and his people that's offering this money. And like I said, before, now this right here goes to show Anthony Joshua's popularity here in the United States. Now, if he was not popular in the United States, why would they offer him 50 million to come here and fight? I mean, offering someone 50 million that can't draw a crowd is a waste of money. You know, there really is no how can I say um no refund, like not a refund, but you're not going to make the money that you put up for the fight. Okay, you're not going to make anything in return. So that goes to show that he is very well known here in the United States. Like other people say, he's not. I mean, the views that he did in that fight with Joseph Parker, the views he got here in the United States. Number one, that fight was on a Saturday. Okay, it came on over here in the States at around 5 in the afternoon on a Saturday. Do you know what people in the United States is doing around that time? I mean, everyone's out there getting their hair cut, or either they're doing shopping, or they're just out of the house on the weekend, right? Now
Yeah,
when the day winds down, everyone is at home and they can sit back and watch the fight. So when the fight went live, no, a lot of people didn't watch it. They'll say, hey, it'll come on later on tonight, and that's what happened. They watched it later on, and so they're watching it live. People was out there enjoying themselves at the mall, visiting family, whatever, except for the hardcore boxing fans, because I was here watching it. All right, I mean, the fight was only like what, an hour. Hey, I can lose an hour, and so
okay. I'm very glad that the you know say the truth. We all know our him is rich, he's got money, but let's just be sincere right here. Heyman has been with John Water since when? I think since when he started his career, or in mid of his career, or what? I think so.
it,
And he hasn't able to give John Water in any of his fights, all of his fights that he's fought, the likes of even though his latest fight with Luis Ortiz, which I think is a phenomenal fight, right?
all right,
And should have gotten more crowd. I mean, more money should have been in place for that fight. And John Water only got paid for well, 2 million plus, 2.1 million, something like that. He got
yeah.
paid for. Now,
Well,
Heyman, how come Heyman? the guy who was of like people call him the master class. The guy is good in his business, what he does, and he's been with the likes of Mayweather. He's done business with him. How come he wasn't able to elevate him towards career and maybe give him a paycheck of 10 million? I
Well,
just want to hear from that.
what it is here, right, is that the um the pay per view is how the boxers will really make that type of money. And over here, pay per view, no one is really paying for it, not unless they're willing to see someone they truly wants to see lose real bad, and that person is someone like Floyd Mayweather. Now they'll pay, they'll go out the pocket to see him, to pay to see him, just see him lose. You know, and just like he's trying to go to a UFC. Let me tell you, a lot of people's going to buy that because they wants to see the man lose. But on the other end, Al Heyman, he is really killing the market when it comes down to pay per view because he be putting boxing on free TV, regular TV, not all the time cable. He be putting it on regular stations. And the thing is, I don't know if any, like, the only pay per view fighter he had was Floyd Mayweather, but everyone else he's not doing it with. So like that's the reason why, like, Wilder and the Luis Ortiz, that's why they got the money they got, you know, going in that fight, because it wasn't pay per view. It was on regular old Showtime. But
Okay,
contract.
now, now sent they said
Oh, you went out.
because you hear me now? The
Yeah,
network
yeah, I hear
off.
you now.
So
I want to say so. Mark Crawford. All right, yeah, that's how they all do it. All right, he said he's trying to make his name off of AJ. Okay, so like I just said earlier, yeah, AJ is very known over here. Right, he's pretty known. All right, why would they offer him 50 million? All right, and that's how they do it. That's how Pac-Man did it. He made his name off of Mayweather. That's how Floyd Mayweather did it. He made his name off of Oscar De La Hoya. That's how they do it. But
so what I was trying to say, what I wanted to ask you is that now that they sent an offer, okay, to Anthony Joshua, 50 million offer, because Joshua said Team Water should bring him 50 million upfront if they think that fight is worth 100 million, like they say. Okay.
mm-hmm.
And then Deontay Water got on Twitter, did his own thing. Normally, I thought the guy acted like he's the one who's bringing the money out of his pocket.
Right.
And then he called Joshua out that, okay, I got 50 million in the bag. You ready for this
Right.
and all the stuff, this does, which I think when I first saw that, I was like, wow. I was like, where did he get the money from? But on the other, I was like, wow, that means the Team Water are very serious. Because I know Haymon,
Right.
man, the guy is go for the catch. And in this type of fight, which a lot of people want to see, I think it's going to be a lot of money. So how come after that, Eddie Hearn said that, okay, if Eddie Hearn first of all said this might be a big PR move, that they're trying to
Right.
do. And Eddie Hearn said, okay, he's going to try me with Tim Water in New York, and they've got a meeting, and the meeting they can finalize everything. And then Tim Water, Shelly Finkel, all of a sudden canceled the meeting. He canceled it.
Did they?
Yes, he did. He even wrote an email to Eddie Hearn on the reason why they're not meeting. I don't know if I don't know. Let me try and see. Let me try and read to the public. There's a new email right now. There's a new email that Telefinco sent to Eddie Hearn after Eddie Hearn said that they have the succeeded. They thought they could fool the fan, the Boston fans. That is all probably PR stunt, so for publicity that they want to do. And according to rumors, Deontay Wilder has signed as a is going to sign to fight in Brazil. I mean, so why calling out agent right now when you know you're already going to fight in Brazil? I mean, it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, you got to take care of your mandatories first. I don't understand what these guys not want to take on their mandatories. I mean, their mandatories to me seem easy as I don't know what. Just like Canelo. I mean, Gennady Golovkin, that mandatory he got, the guy only has 12 fights. There's no way he can lose to this dude. But going back with this with the $50 million and the way it was offered, like we need a verbal agreement. We need you to say yes first, and then we'll show you the money. Now, the thing with that, and like I don't know how it works, like over there in the UK, but even if you do just say yes, that don't mean jack over here in the United States. All right, like if he would have said okay, yes, we'll do it, and then they'll show him where the money's coming from. As long as nothing is signed, there's nothing that Wilder's team can do to Eddie Hearn. They can't take him to court and sue him. None of that stuff. But because it was just a verbal agreement, it's not written on paper that he said yes, we'll take this. So as soon as they find out, and if he don't like it, Eddie Hearn don't like how the money's coming through, he could just say bunk y'all. I'm back out. Wilder is not ready. No kidding. So, yeah, that right there, I didn't like, that, I mean, I don't know. It was kind of an embarrassment
Okay. Look
on
at
Wilder's part.
look. If can you see the screen now? I think you can see it, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm down here on the chat right now. All right. Let me move back.
I think people can see it, right? I think the viewers can see it. You can see it.
No, we don't see it. My screen is black.
You can see it now. I'm sharing it.
Nope.
I'm sharing it.
No, my screen is black. Can everybody else see the screen?
So I have to present to everyone. Okay, I have to present to everyone. Okay. Now, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, can y'all see it? I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Hope my YouTube ain't missing.
Now yeah.
He said we saw before verbal agreement is blinding in New York.
Okay,
Well, the fight was going to be over in Las Vegas.
I think they can see it now. So now, let me read it. There's the first email that Shelly Winkle or Shelly Finkel sent to you heard regarding the meeting, cancellation of the meeting. He said, "Dear Eddie Hand, with all due respect, that's our Haymon and I for a long time, and there's not a publicity stunt. I assure you that we are serious, and we will be glad to sit down with you and provide proper security for the Joshua, not for the funding, and work out all the deals. But it all has to start with Anthony Joshua accepting the 50 million offer that he asked for, which is also by far the largest guarantee and largest pause any heavyweight champion in history has ever made. Until then, it will be non-productive to meet. Please have Anthony accept the offer that he asked for, and let's get this fight made. Thanks, Shelly." You understand what Chalafico is doing now?
Mm-hmm.
He said
I can see it on my phone. I can't see it on our computer.
Oh, okay. Well, he said that Joshua should accept to just say accept the offer first, and then I mean, how does that work? If you just say accept 50 million offer without knowing the details in the 50 million, there has to be something there. I mean, there has to be maybe like a contract, the venue, because you're offering someone 50 million is not it's not a 20, it's not a $2 million. It's 50 million. It's a whole lot of money, and you need to know where the money is coming from. It could be that now the Shelly Finkel side or Tim Water wants to sell maybe a state for $100,000. If it's going to take place in the US, it could be that they say, okay, they sell some seats for $100,000, and Eddie here might not like that idea because maybe he has to be cheaper. I don't know.
I can tell you this: the tickets will be sold at a high price. You know, very very high. Higher than they are sold over there. Like what they sell on the floor in UK. Those tickets, those seats will be sold in the nosebleeds. Okay, I'm talking about way up top there. Those seats will probably go for like 1,000, 1,500, and then way up they'll go for like 800. And those are the seats. Like in the UK, they charge 800 for like seats that's almost on the floor. I mean, you're not right in front of the ring, but you're right there at a good spot where you can see it. So yeah, I mean that's another reason why these fights over here don't sell well. And plus the pay-per-view, they go for like $76, $78. Some go for 100. About like I said, that's only if it's someone they want to see lose real badly, like Mayweather. I mean, his seats went for like 120, 100, from 100, $120. Never pay to watch the next day. Yeah, that's right. You need to know where your money is. Yeah, it's such a shame. It would be a great fight.
Okay,
You
okay.
think
Why
so?
why isn't the money in escrow? Why isn't it? Why isn't the money there? Like, you can have the money in an escrow account, and I mean, this wouldn't take long. Like Paulie Malignaggi stated in an interview with HFR TV. I mean, he made it clear that Eddie Hearn is right to know whether the money is there or not. I mean, he has to know.
Right. Yeah.
Anybody can say I
See,
have $50 million. $50 is not a joke of a money. It's a money. It's a life changing payday. And Deontay Water hasn't seen a $50 million paycheck before in his life. So
mm-hmm.
he hasn't seen it before. And without Anthony Joshua, man, there's no way they can guarantee. I mean, there's no way Deontay Water can get up 20 million for a fight. So he needs Anthony Joshua to
Mm-mm.
get that kind of money. But Anthony Joshua don't need Deontay Water to get 15 million per fight. He can get it if he fights anyone. He can get it. So this is what I'm trying to say, that it is good for they to sit down, normally have a discussion about this, and they say you're offering someone $50 million and you're refusing to meet with a promoter. How does that work? I don't understand it.
All right.
Boxing.
Boxing Block Center. He's a boxing fan. Well, I'll let you answer that one.
No, no, I'm a boxing fan. But if you ask me who is my favorite fighter right now, is Anthony Joshua, no doubt. But I'm a boxer. I'm not a fan of any fanboy of any fighter like some people are, you know, because I don't like any guy's asses or what. I'm just my own man. But that's the reason
All right.
why I was able to grow, because I didn't build my channel, on only one fighter, just to. I always, yeah, I remember one time when some incident happened with Anthony Joshua, and the racism stuff that happened with Eddie Chambers, that took place between him and Eddie Chambers, private conversation.
All right. But
I've,
something like this happened before.
mm,
And something like this had happened before. If anyone remembers when Amir Khan was trying to make that fight with Manny Pacquiao, he was promised $120 million. Okay. They was going to pay
Mm.
both Manny Pacquiao and I believe, or did they just have 120 million? It was over there in Dubai, and Bob Arum did not. He didn't fall for it. He said because they saying 120 million bucks, but they're not saying in what type of money. Is it going to be 120 million Dubai? Is it going to be 120 million pesos? You know, we're not going for that. Okay, so the Amir Khan and Pacquiao fight didn't happen, and it definitely didn't happen over there in Dubai because Bob Arum said the stuff does not sound right. Now, if the fight happens in the U.S., Wilder wins. If it's in the UK, AJ, nah, that's not right because we had a popular fighter who came from Wales. Y'all know who that is, Joe Calzaghe. Now, I don't know where he fought Roy Jones. I think that was over here. But he came to the States and beat Bernard Hopkins, got a fair decision. You know, he outclassed him. I think he did the same. Well, he did beat up Roy Jones. I think that was over here in the U.S. as well. And he still won. And that was um, Joe Calzaghe's first time ever fighting out of the UK. All right, AJ could fight Wilder on the moon and win. Ah, maybe so. It's less gravity up there. He'll probably be faster. And that's if they don't burn up. Because let me tell you, ain't no shade on the moon. But yeah, but boxing block. Yeah,
Yeah,
someone said that it was easy. He said that the tickets go for like 50,000 on the floor. I've seen way less than that.
for real.
Yeah, when I looked up the ticket prices for the Joshua fight, but wait a minute, he did say they be going for as they are resold. They go for Kazaki was great, undefeated. Yeah, as they was resold and everything, they was resold at 50K. I don't know.
Yeah, some.
The fight should be.
But I think ticket prices for the fight will be high. I don't know where it's going to take place, even if it's the UK. I think it would be high, you know, and because it's a bigger
Hey, can
fight.
I ask a question? How do y'all feel about Amir Khan also trying to make his name big again off of Anthony Joshua? First he said Joshua was messing with his wife, and now he's excuse me, he's how can I say copying Anthony Joshua words by saying, "Oh, I'm going to fight in the UK now. I'm not going to fight in the US. All my fights will be right here." The same thing Joshua said after the Parker fight.
I think Amir Khan is already a big star. I mean, yeah, I mean the guy was out of the ring for like 2 years after being knocked out by Canelo. Even though I think Canelo juiced up in that fight, which we already know, I understand. But I think, um, well, is he trying to copy Anthony Joshua that is going to be fighting in the UK now? Well, it could be, but I think American has never really been a guy who. I mean, he's a guy who likes to fight anywhere. I mean, he's fought some top guys, and I think his career is. I mean, has taken a very a good move, huh? Because after he knocked out Philo Greco in on I think under 40 seconds, that was impressive. I know
Yeah.
Philo Greco is not, I mean, an A-class fighter, but that was impressive in my opinion. And I think you still can't count American out. I mean, he's a big name
Right.
already. Look at just look at the crowd. I mean,
Yeah.
the crowd was. I mean, a guy like that. That's why I have to see how Tyson Fury, comeback fight will be like. I mean, if there will be a lot of crowd there because he has to. I mean, Tyson Fury hasn't sold stadium before. He haven't sold out the stadium before, but I think he's popular in the UK. And let's see if a lot of people will be there. It's combat fight. People like Tyson Fury outside the ring more than the ring. I mean, most people like him outside the ring more than the ring because outside the ring he talk a lot of trash. He knows how to have a fight, but inside the ring, some people want to see knockouts. You know,
Right. Right. Yeah.
some people want to see knockouts. Some people don't want to go there and just you know watch a fight for like 12 round and boring or stuff. They want to see knockout. People being knocked out, blood flowing everywhere, and Tyson Fury isn't a fighter like that. So that's what I think. I mean,
Shoot, I'm just glad boxing is back. I don't care if it is over in the UK. Hey, people over here should appreciate that he's putting boxing back on the map. And with this right here being said, and with him already being popular here in the USA, all right. I mean, it could bring boxing back to the USA as well. It could start picking up big over here. And that's another reason why they want him to fight over here, because they believe a lot of people will pay to see a winner. All right. Who cares if they want to see him lose like Mayweather? But they believe that people will pay to see him win and fight as well. But, the thing is, it don't have to be against Deontay Wilder, but that's the only opponent that they could, put him up against in a pay-per-view. I believe, but, we'll see. If, Big Baby Miller, if he was to come over here and face him, we'll see.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
But my thing is this. Okay, if Joshua, he could stay over there, right? He could stay over there in the UK. But if he wants to make his fan base even bigger, sorry to say this, I'm sorry to say this, but he's going to have to do the same thing the Klitschko's did when they fought overseas. And I think, Lennox Lewis he done the same thing. Let me see. I think the fight was at 5 a.m. in the morning. All right, it was at 5 a.m. in the morning. And over here, we seen the fight at our regular time, 11 o'clock. And over there, it was like 5 a.m. when the fight went off. And the crowd, hey, I mean, people still, was still buying tickets over there to see the fight. So, I mean, if he wants to do it that way, just have a fight early in the morning for the Americans so we can see him live. I mean, I always watch the guy live. Like I said, I stay home. Yeah, man, easy. He's biased. He's only asking you questions. He ain't asking the American guy questions. But that's cool.
Whose guy is this?
Easy, the one you just responded to. He's like, yeah, boxing block. Yeah, boxing block. Forget that American. No, he ain't say that, but, he didn't ask me if I knew Prince Nassim. Of course I know him. Prince Nassim was very big over here in the States because, he had that knockout power. And plus, he was so small.
First, I know I love Prince Nazim. I mean, I love his his ring entrance was more entertaining to me, and then the way he fights is like like I was a technician anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, he could fight that way because he had that. What was he? He had a. It was a right hand he had, right? Or was he southpaw? No, he was neutral.
Some people say
that right there helped him out.
Some people say Dr. Mayweather. I mean, what do you think about that?
Well, Mayweather was calling him out, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was scared as I don't know what, because I thought he would knock Mayweather out, but he Mayweather continued to call him out, and he never took the fight. And so, because at that time, Mayweather was he was an Olympic bronze medalist, this, that, and the third, and he got offered chump change while HBO gave Prince Nassim $48 million. So Mayweather wanted to fight him to let HBO know that, look, you gave the wrong guy that type of money. He should be getting the money I'm getting now, and y'all should be giving me the $48 million for a year or two. I think that's what the contract was for Prince Nassim. He got 48 million for a certain amount of fights, and they didn't want to give Mayweather that type of money. So Mayweather, yeah, he was hunting for Prince Nassim. He even said he'll fight him at a catchweight at 128, but it never happened. So
Yeah, yeah, bro. I think this fight, this one additional fight might never happen. But the thing is that it's not. It's gonna look bad on water if in the next few weeks and then he announced fighting to Brazil. I mean, I like the Brazil fight. I think it's a decent fight. I think it's a good fight. I'm not a guy who would just say no, no, it's a bad fight. I think it's a decent fight. Also, with the case of Louis Ortiz and White, the
yes,
issue there is the issue there. I like the fight, but I think uh, uh, the WBC they are corrupt and they really did the guy wrong. That was injustice. It does injustice, I guess. It was injustice. Very corrupt.
yeah, the WBC, yeah,
WBC they did the guy wrong. I mean, he's the number one contender, so he should be fighting Brazil, who's the number two contender, or is number two in the rankings, right? So
right,
so when did being the number one contender fighting number three or four? I mean, it's just crazy. He has number one
right,
fight number two to get the mandatory spot. That's how he has to be, right?
right. Yep. Nah, easy. I was just messing with you when I say you're biased. I was just joking with you. But yes, the Dillian White versus Luis Ortiz. Now, hey, what's up, Jacko 3? A long time no see. Hey,
You're
but
tired.
yeah,
Respect.
what up, Easy? You say hi already. Now, what I was about to say. Now in that fight, okay, man. I mean, okay, Luis Ortiz, he's experienced and all. His power. I mean, he's not as powerful as he was, not unless Deontay Wilder has a granite chin because he was hitting Wilder with some stuff. I mean, I thought the fight was going to get stopped, but I really don't know. I think look, it'll be a good fight. I would say I would go with Dillian White, but then again, I don't know. Anthony
If you,
Yard,
yeah, I know Anthony Yard. I know Anthony Yard. Is I think the guy doesn't. He didn't. He didn't have a lot. He don't have a lot of um, amateur fights.
amateur,
He don't have a lot of amateur fights. Maybe like two, three amateur fights. But the way he fights like someone who's been. I think who's been in the game for a long, long time. He was fought in the amateurs for a long, long time, and I think he's a good guy and
yeah,
very
he fights
charismatic.
over here. They say he fight like Mayweather.
Yeah, the way he fights is very different. I mean, the guy has about three amateur fights, I guess, and then he fights like that. I mean, I was so surprised when I saw it. I was like, "Well, this guy might have been a boxer since he was 5 years old." And I checked it out and said, "Wow, this guy's it's not like that. He's a good fighter. I think
Yeah,
Frank Warren is building the guy up very well. But I think for him to become a superstar in the UK, he might have to sign with Eddie Hearn at some time. Because Frank Warren, I know is let's say is a legendary promoter, but I think like they always say, the young shall grow, right? Eddie Hearn is
right,
like the new generation, it's the fourth generation. I mean, the guy is different. He promotes he promote his promotion is always very decent. And
right,
I think one of the best in the UK, I guess, if not the best in the UK right now.
right. But I want to say one thing though. I mean, this
I
happened all over the world with boxing.
Yeah,
I mean, look, when you have one superstar outshadowing everyone, okay, because it happened over here in the states with Oscar De La Hoya, and you can have another boxer that is good. Okay, he's not going to get that like that name of fame until either he takes on that superstar that out shines everyone. All right. I mean, now Dillian White, I heard, over there in the UK, he's picked up, a lot of fans ever since he had faced Joshua. And a lot of people say that he became a better fighter, which is true. I mean, he even admitted it. He admitted that he learned some things from Anthony Joshua. So
Yeah. I think Anthony Joshua is the biggest star in World Boxing right now, and Canelo was can't say Canelo was the biggest, but right now the guy just fell off. I mean, he's still a star, but his
yeah,
reputation kind of fell off a little bit because of I mean, already. I don't want to say it, bro.
you mean Tyson Fury?
I mean, Canelo. No, Tyson Fury was not the
Oh,
biggest.
Canelo.
I've never
Oh
been the biggest
yeah,
star in boxing. Tyson Fury,
Canelo. He was okay. I want to say he was like the biggest. I mean, he wasn't selling tickets like Joshua, and his pay per views they were selling okay, like 800,000,
yeah, but he
three
was
hundred thousand.
he was backed by Mexico. I mean, he's still
Yeah,
backed by Mexico, I guess. And a lot of Mexicans live in America. There are very many. So I think they back their fathers, they back their people, and maybe being a Latino somehow might have helped because Latino are kind of have that unity within them. No matter if they come from Colombia or Venezuela or Dominican Republic or
yeah, because they feel very alienated, because they're not at home. Like, we have to stick with each other.
feel like, but there are some who are born
You,
with
you
it.
know, I
A lot of Latinos
no,
are born
yeah, I know, I know, but still, you know, just like some people tell them that like Floyd Mayweather said it, a few other people said it. If you love your country so much, why ain't you back? Oh, excuse me. If you love your country so much, then why ain't you back there? So they know, because like over here, like we be having a whole lot of parades and everything, like Mexican, Puerto Rican, and Dominican parades, and man, they be loud with it. I mean, riding up down the street, waving their flags.
Yeah, Mexicans are very proud. They're very proud people. I've been with a couple of Mexicans in Spain. I team with a couple of Mexicans, in Spain. I mean, they're cool people, and also Dominican people. There are many in Spain. A lot of Dominicanos, and also Venezuelans, Colombianas, all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah, they do not like.
I used to go. I used to go to a Latino church. You know, I mean, when I was in Spain,
Oh yeah,
I remember. Yeah, I go there, and a woman was a pastor, and every time, I mean, they saw me as one of them. I don't know. They just kind of. I mean, I had no problem with anybody. So maybe because
yeah, yeah,
I speak a language, I was able to communicate with them. Maybe because I came from the same struggle as them, because we are all
right,
foreigners. I don't know the reason why, but they accepted me. We just chill and talk about life. It was so nice. It was like one family. Most of them
right, right.
were mainly from Dominican Republic. You get to meet Mexicans there. You get to meet Colombians there. You meet Venezuelans there.
Yeah,
People from
yeah, man.
Cuba.
I hear they are emptying out of those countries. I mean, at large numbers. They're moving to Spain, America, Canada. Yeah, they in large numbers. They're getting the hell away from them countries. But what your name said? Easy said, where is he at? Oh, he said most British people want to live in America. He said it's the movie's fault. Yeah, I could agree, because I had my African friend Youssef. I think he's from I think he said he's from Ghana. I got a couple good African friends who's from that way. And they said when they came to America, they were shocked. They was expecting to see flying cars, and you know, when they got here, they didn't see none of that. Because reason why they said that because like a lot of people think there's lions and everything over in Africa, and they said I never seen no lion. Like no, they said they never seen any of that stuff they show over here on nature, lions and elephants.
Mm.
But boxing is taking over. Yeah, I mean, everybody. It's like everybody is getting their turn. Like first it was America, now it's Britain. They getting their turn. But like I said, my favorite British fighters was Lennox Lewis, Joe Kazaki, Carl Froch. Well, Joe Kazaki, he's from Wales, but still he fought in Britain. And who else? And Ricky Hatton.
Wales is part of Britain. You know?
Oh well, no, the way they make it sound over here in the states, they were saying that the Queen of England adopted him, so
Wales, Wales is
it make it
part of.
sounds like it's a different country.
Yeah, they listen. There's four countries in the UK, which makes up the UK, United Kingdom. You've got
Right.
Scotland, you've got England, you've got Wales, and you've got Northern Ireland. You know, that's what makes it up. Makes it up. That's why they call UK United Kingdom or Great Britain.
Oh, okay.
Without without one of those countries, it wouldn't be a United Kingdom because Wales, I think Wales they've got a prince or something like that. You know, Northern Ireland, I think they've got a prince also. Scotland, I don't know what they have there, but it's a very royal. Both as in the four countries are royal places, but the Queen of England is the most powerful. Out of them all. You know.
Oh, okay. Well, Liam Hardy, correct. Well, I'm from the states. I only go by like what I hear. They don't teach us too much about Britain. You know, only thing I know, they say when you go over there and you ask for cookies, don't say cookies, say biscuits, and don't say mom, say mum. And what else they told me to say? Oh, don't say jaguar, say jaguar. Yeah, over here we pronounce it very different, jaguar.
It's Jaguar.
But
It's Jaguar.
it is jaguar is how it's pronounced. Really supposed to be pronounced. We pronounce it jaguar.
So, what do you think about this Ewan Dwapos and Jeremy Miller fight? Should we do
Now,
a prediction for that?
Gerald Miller, when I can't stand that sloppy fat joker. Nah, now. Who's he fighting? Because I really don't mess with Gerald Miller that
He's,
much.
he's, he's fighting. He's fighting Ewan Dwapos, a guy Deontay Wilder fought, before.
Right?
That,
Yeah, I
that
know.
guy.
I said
That,
that.
that guy gave Wilder some work. You see, I think there's one famous photo, one famous picture you normally see on the internet. Where Wilder's eyes were closed. The guy busted Wilder's eye up. He did that to Wilder. And you want to up us? He's the only guy that did that to Wilder. It was a
Right.
war. I mean, it was a bomb. It was seen as a bomb. I think he's still a B class fighter anyway, but I think it's decent. We're still a B class fighter, but it's decent. You know.
Okay. Okay. Man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I always thought that Big Baby Miller. I thought he'd be like another Wilder. Same thing I thought about Wilder. I thought about Big maybe Miller. I thought that he'll end up losing. And hey, what's up, Victor? Yeah, we
Hey,
back.
yeah, we're back. We're back, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and what's his name? Skywalker. Yeah, I did say mom. That's how you say it over there. Over here we say mom. Um, yeah, I thought he would have had been lost, by now. But man, I was wrong. So maybe I better start paying attention, to him too. He has fault. No one yet. Who's that? Big Baby Miller? No, no, he hasn't.
I heard that AJ might be there, but I don't think so because AJ is in Morocco right now. You know, AJ is at Morocco. In Africa,
And I really did wish.
chilling and having fun. And I don't think he would go. I heard some rumors that AJ might go to Miller's fight in New York, and we'll watch Miller fight or so like that. I don't think so because after
Uh,
AJ post today on Twitter and Instagram, then the guy's in
right.
Africa chilling.
That's what's up. Stevio says fake offer from the USA. Nothing in black and white. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Meetings canceled. Yeah, see, he said the same thing I said earlier. It wasn't written, like it's not written down on paper. It's just word. So I mean, somebody said that he's seen the offer. I don't know. Mainly Eddie Hearn would have came back and said something.
And for,
This is
uh,
nothing but
and for those of you guys who haven't liked the video, please click the like button.
all right. This is nothing but a publicity stunt from across the pond. AJ is the main man. He is the main draw who generates the most revenue. Wilder's team is playing games to increase their cut. Miller's decent, and I think AJ versus Miller would do far better numbers than Wilder versus any top contender in the USA. Well, I can agree because look, just like I said before, now if he wasn't popular like people are trying to say he isn't, why would they offer him $50 million? Why would they come up with that? Just to get him over here or try to trick him to come over here. Okay, yeah, all right. He is the main man. He's the A side of the heavyweight division, probably in boxing. Period. But just like I was saying a little earlier too, you know, about how he did poor numbers over here when he fought Joseph Parker because the fight came on at 5 in the afternoon on a Saturday. Right? Oh, all right. He says he'll be right back. All right. So the fight came on at 5 p.m. on a Saturday. All right. Still daytime out here. So people was all over the place. People was out in the mall shopping, getting their hair done, do whatever they do on a Saturday. And they said, well, we'll watch the fight when it come on later on. And that's what happened. So, it's not that, he's not popular, just that his fights come on at the wrong time. Now, if he was to fight for his American crowd, like if he was to do the same thing the Klitschko's did, Lennox Lewis did, and that's like fight like 5 a.m. in the morning over there in the UK, that way there we can get the fight at around 11 o'clock our time. All right. Great on BBC, bro. I appreciate you and CMD are doing what you and CMD are doing. Hey, Vic, I miss talking to you as well, man. Hope you could jump on here. And but at that time when they was doing that, boxing was popular here in the United States. Cool guys. Yeah, thanks, Jacko. Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Doing some live streams. That was some BS they took us through and everything. Right now, I'm not going to be able to live stream for. All right, we got 25 likes up in here. That's good. Well, so far I see I haven't refreshed my screen and everything. Yeah, probably until May. Yes, it is always good to be here. It's good to be here chatting with you guys. We try to get all the questions that we can, get and everything's. But yeah, one guy said, that Deontay Wilder is embarrassing the people over here in America. And who said it? That was Shady Slim. But other people is holding Wilder's end up and agreeing with them. Me, no, I don't like stuff like that. Okay, if you can't come at me correct and come at me the way business, yeah, he's fighting tonight. Danny Jacobs is fighting later on tonight at 10 o'clock. It comes on. I think it's over there in the UK. So y'all like 6 hours ahead of us. So yeah, that'll be in the wee hours of the morning. If Wilder couldn't do better with the top contender like Ortiz, then what would him not fighting Joshua for the next 3 years do for his career? Wow. I don't even think he has 3 years. I mean, I understand he wants to fight. He wants to go 50-0. But that's just talk. How old is Wilder now? He's what, 33? That's a pretty good question, Vic. And I truly do believe that's why they're trying to get this here on the roll right now. Time is slipping by. See, AJ, he's what? Shoot, in 3 years, he'll be 31. He'll still be young. So really, what would it do for his career? Well, if he keeps on, I guess using Joshua, he might gain some mobility and popularity. Some. Much like Carl Froch did over here in the USA when he kept on calling out Joe Calzaghe. Because Joe Calzaghe had beat Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones, and a lot of people liked those two. So when Carl Froch had the guts to call him out, a lot of people thought that, hey man, this guy here will beat Joe Calzaghe. But we all knew no way that if Joe Calzaghe would have fought Carl Froch would have won that fight. But he did gain popularity over here with the USA fans. Oh, that's right. Yeah. What time is it over there? I wish you could jump on. They're having an early sleep here. Because like I said, right now it's 4. Oh, it's 10 o'clock where you at. Yeah, 10 o'clock p.m. here because 10:34 because here it just hit 4:34 p.m. It's still daytime over here. Man, that's weird. But over in California, I think it's like what? It's only 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys, I should go subscribe to CMD. Yeah, I had I put my my page down here and everything's. It's 9:43 in the UK. Okay, so y'all got us by 5 hours. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. All right, now I'm a. All right, yeah, that's my page right there. Oh, my goodness, look at how I spelled it. No, that's not how we spell my in the United States. We spell my M-Y. Hold on, was that? Yeah, that's my page there. See, I use my son's account because my other page, I got a strike on it. I can't do no more like live stream not until like the end of May, or sometime in May. So when that strike is up, I'll do some live streaming on my page. Hi BBC, why do you think they call the Thursday meeting off and then reject the Friday meeting? Don't look good, does it? No, it didn't even sound good. It sounded sneaky. just yeah, just say yes, and we'll show you. Nah, no, that didn't sound right at all. Now, if Eddie Hearn would have done something like that, you know, over here in America, people would be going crazy. Okay, yeah, all right, hey, Deontay Wilder, we'll give you $50 million, but all you have to do is say yes. A lot of people, we wouldn't have never liked that either. I mean, I don't know if the UK's boxing fans would have backed them, because I hear a lot of USA boxing fans backing up Shelly Finkel, but nah, no, that's kind of con artists. I don't support I don't like con artists. I don't like these. I don't like trickery. When it comes down to just come at me correct. You show me the paper, show me in black and white that you got the money. Hey, like I said before, Bob Arum, he didn't fall for it when they was offering 120 million for Pacquiao and Amir Khan to fight. Now, I don't know if any of y'all remember that over there in Dubai. Bob Arum, he didn't fall for that. And so, hey, Eddie Hearn, he did the right thing. He made them, he spoke the right words that they said, he's not going to fall for it. Forget it. And so I give him props for that. And everything's in. Man, I just hope Al Haymon didn't have anything to do with this either, because that's going to look bad on him. I mean, he's doing pretty well, like I said before. All right, yeah, they are playing games. Wilder wants his 50, and no, that won't happen if he steps in the ring with AJ. Smoke screens to keep face. Nope, Eddie is not. So that's why he didn't go for it. Same thing as Bob Arum. Same reason why they didn't go for it. And like I said to y'all before, if that was true, that they did have the 50 million, they really did have the 50 million, and hey, it goes to show that Joshua is the A side, and no one can say that he's not popular over here in the United States, because if he wasn't that popular, they wouldn't be offering him 50 million to come here and fight. Victor, it doesn't look good at all, and I keep wondering why a team that couldn't outbid Precedent for a little over 7 million would gladly, boastfully come out with the 50 million on the same. Wow. Yeah, you're right. Over 7 million. They would have made it official if them 50 million were real. Yeah, but it wasn't. So far as I know. And so, yeah, see, they're making themselves look bad. Yeah, Shady, he was right. He was right. He's making us look bad. He's turning us into con artists over here. I mean, there's con artists everywhere, but how come Wilder has agreed to fight? How come? Well, it hasn't agreed to fight Brazil then? Did he agree to fight him or hasn't? Because it looks to me he's still going after this Joshua guy. Going after Anthony Joshua. But yeah, he should fight him. I mean, isn't Brazil is his mandatory, isn't he? Yeah, Brazil. Yeah, I knew who you was talking about though. Dominic. I mean, that'd be a good fight because they have a lot of history with each other. They should use that 50 million to rebuild Wilder if they so much believe in him right now. Still many great contenders to beat to make his resume better. All right, well, dominant Brazil could be one, and uh, a fight with Dillian White will also make sense. All right, he should have went there and fought Dillian White, over there in England or Britain. That would have helped his career out a lot. Apparently, Brazil came out and said he fighting Wilder in August. Well, good. Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm going for Wilder in that fight. Dillian White is a big baby Huey. Yeah, he has beef with him. Yeah, yeah. Mostly everyone heard about the fight incident that someone from his team had attacked him. So really, I think there's three fights that can really put Wilder on the map. He already had fought Luis Ortiz. That's one. He got three more.
Yeah.
Right, and that's Dillian White, Brazil, and Big Baby Miller, which I think he'll beat all three of them. Well, Dillian White will be a great one.
I was just watching an interview not long ago with Domer Brazil saying that he is the mandatory challenger for Deontay Water, the BBC strap.
Right.
I don't know. I'm telling you now that I'm just telling you
But
now that
is he going to be fighting him in August?
I think Water is going to fight Domer Brazil. I mean, 1000%. I'm telling you right now, not Andy Joshua. He is doing this for a reason to try sell out as to try. You know what I'm trying to do? Explain to you now. If Joshua name is not attached on his next fight, he might not sell out. I mean, he might not sell more. He might not sell a lot of tickets. So they have to make it like Joshua. They decided to make it like, let's offer this 50 million. Well, we don't have it, but let's offer it. And then he just don't say yes to it, which of course we won't say.
Right.
There's no contract. Then let's make it seem like Joshua is ducking, and then okay, we fought a mandatory challenger, and then use Joshua's name to build the event. These are this is what Team Water, you know, are doing right now. I just figured it out. I think this is what they're doing, and believe me now, we're gonna come. Well, I think we're gonna be live when it's announced. I like the Brazil. I like that he's got a granite chin. His chin is got very solid chin. I don't think it will be into water, but I think I will support him. I will support him in that fight if the fight gets finished because there's no problem in fighting the Brazil, but White being you know being mistreated is kind of bad from the BBC. This just shows that they're corrupt people. They're just corrupt organization for
The
real.
WBC that is.
Yeah. And Dillian White
Well,
fighting
yeah.
is good. It's a good matchup. Believe me, it's a good fight, great fight. A fight whereby I think Dillian White will win because the new Dillian White has improved. And he will box and he can fight and he can. He's not like the whole reckless Dillian White. The new Dillian White has improved his boxing skills and everything. And I think he will beat
Oh,
Luis Ortiz, no doubt.
right.
No doubt.
Brazil is cunningly his mandatory instead of White. He ducked White. To me, AJ is the undisputed king already. Yeah, but Victor Bada said that. I can't hear him. Tell him to shut up. My bag. Hey, I was agreeing. Now, that's Batman. Let me see. What if Hey it beats Tony? White versus Wilder would be so dope. Yeah, I think it will be too. And that's a fight that like I said that needs to happen.
Who's saying we should shut up? Me or as in, the Batman is saying we should shut
Uh,
up?
Yeah, Batman. I guess he was talking to me because I was talking the same time you was talking, but
Okay, okay.
uh, Batman. I don't see his bro Robin here to help him. So you're right. Well, he used Ortiz to get the Stervern fight on Showtime. Now he's using AJ to sell this Brazil fight, but Brazil might just beat him. Wow. I don't know, man. Brazil, see, all right, Brazil is kind of crafty, but he just looked, like off balance. All right, he looked flimsy, kind of clumsy. You know, so that's the reason why I'm going with Wilder, his skills and all that, especially with his footwork. You know, not you, the other guy in the background. CMD is my name, but yeah, but that right hand when it lands on Brazil, that's why hey,
Not
I'm
you,
gonna say.
not you. Other guy in the background. Background. Back. What is that? What does that mean? Background. What does that? What does that mean? Yeah,
You forgot the G.
I don't know what Batman is saying. Or I don't know.
Yeah, Wilder beats Brazil. That's where I go, but it'll still be good to have his name on Wilder's record, right along with White. He already has Luis Ortiz, and man, with maybe Baby Miller or Alex Povectikin. That'd be a good name on his record as well. All right, have you seen Hay sparring? Hay beat Wilder on you? Yeah, I saw that. White versus Wilder's people. Yeah, that would be fire. Oh, far away. But what I want to say here, all right, now, look, you can't hear me. Well, it's turned up loud. Sorry, I don't have my LG V10. I mean, I got to get the app back on it. Right now, I'm on my Galaxy S9 Plus. I don't know. I got to figure it out still. But now that Luis Ortiz wants a rematch with Deontay Wilder, right? And with that being said, if whoever win that fight between the two, Wilder and White, Luis Ortiz and White, Wilder will have to take on his new mandatory. They'll make him. All right. All right. I'm loud and clear. Cool. Boxing block. You there?
Yeah. I'm here, bro.
I mean, maybe he's far away. I don't know. He says I'm loud. And also, I don't know, that'd be a good one. And who knows? I mean, Luis Ortiz might just bring the best out of Dillian White. Who knows? Mm. They said your mic level is too low.
Mine? Oh yes.
No, yours. He says Boxing Block Center. Jacko3 says it. Boxing Block Center. Your mic level is too low.
Yeah.
Johnny saying, "Yeah, if you part, we'll hear you." Oh, well, I do got my window open, y'all. So y'all probably hear the people
Evening.
walking and talking in the background. Like I said, it is
What
like
about now?
4:50 p.m. I can hear you good and everything. But man, no, I just want to say one thing. With this 50 million dollar thing, all right, they knew it was a hoax. And they also did it, I guess, as like someone said earlier, as a publicity stunt, you know, to get more people talking about Wilder. And believe you me, it worked. Right? Yeah, Brazil is clumsy, but Wilder is too dumb to learn and training. So is in the coin is as unorthodox instead of telling him to start learning seriously. It took him long to better that jab. Lewis showed him. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Yeah, well, it means one thing I give to Wilder is that he is one of the best counter punchers. You know, and I believe that's how he's going to get Brazil. I mean, I do believe that Brazil, excuse me, will give him some work. You know, but he's going to be looking for that counter. He's going to be looking to counter with that right hand to get Brazil in some trouble.
Water fanboys already disliking the video. Water fanboys.
Ortiz is 106 and something. Well, for a dude that age, man, he can fight. I mean, did you see how he had Wilder up in that corner, banging away? Truth Seeker UK, what's going on here, man? What's going on? All right. Why it's AJ going for the best Wilder out there looking for bums? Well, I don't know. Wilder is trying to get a fight with AJ, get that big payday, and everything. He's trying to consider himself the best. They both swing wild. They both swing, and Wilder swings wild, but Brazil swings to target. Yeah, yeah, I admitted that his skills is a bit. He's crafty, but like I said, he's just like you said. Like I was trying to say, he's clumsy. Yeah. And the only thing that Wilder got is that right. He has two things: that right hand and his timing on how to counter. That's the only two things he got. So that's why I say that Brazil will give him some work. Before it's over.
Brazil wouldn't be easy for him to water.
No,
But
it's not going to be easy.
but
No.
I picked him to water to beat him. But I picked it to water to beat him because I feel like water just got that. I mean that windmill style, which Brazil is not that technical to avoid or so like that. Yeah.
Right. He said Wilder never called out Parker. Nope. Because I guess Parker don't bring the money to the table. Joshua do. But y'all hear that during dirt bike? There's a whole bunch of them going up the street. I call him Deontay the windmill Wilder. But to be frank with y'all, Deontay Wilder, like he starts swinging like that when he has his opponent hurt. He just start going wild. Start swinging like a girl. When he got his opponent real hurt. Wilder dug Briggs, Pavectic, and Klitschko, etc. The Briggs fight, the WBC stopped that one because Briggs had tested positive for a banned substance. But Luis Ortiz also tested positive for a banned substance, and he still wanted to fight Luis Ortiz. He was talking about coming out his own pockets. Bum squad. Yeah, this is a fight that needs to happen. But I don't know, Boxing Blog. You say you don't think the fight will happen?
Well, I don't think so, but let's hope because I think Water will not fight AJ. I think is just gonna use AJ's name to build his career till I don't know till the end. May could be that if he then later accept the amount which Eddie Hearn
Yeah.
hasn't presented on the table for him. Maybe he might accept it or maybe he might not. Um, but I don't see it happening because there's been a lot of games. Game. I don't know who to believe anymore. But some people say that a lot of fans believe anything that he says. No, it's not about believing anything that he says. It's because of we see what's happening, right? We boxing fans.
Right.
I don't think we're stupid, right?
Right.
You cannot say, oh, okay, I say CMD, I'm offering you $50 million, for a fight. What is that for? No
Mhm.
fight, bro. But I just say, okay, I'm
Right.
offering you 50. Okay. Let's make an example now. I'm Deontay Water. You want the Joshua, right? For
All right.
example. Okay. Okay. CMD, I'm offering you $50 million. Do you accept? Yes. Say yes or no.
Well, is it on paper?
No.
It has. That's how we always do it.
You have to say yes first before I show you the paper.
Nah, I don't do that because it's a trap. I'm sorry.
And then when you say yes, then I can say, oh, then I will send you with some papers, and then you see it. There's a bullshit contract, and they will say, oh, you see, he accepted a fight, he accepted a fight, and then later denied, denied the fight, that he said he wants to fight, and then doesn't want to fight anymore. I know what I would say. And secondly, Deontay Water and his team, they are not trying to implicate Eddie Hearn in this issue. They don't want Eddie Hearn to be part of the negotiation. And Eddie Hearn is the promoter of Anthony Joshua. I think he will be there. I mean, it's just like that.
Right. One thing that cracked me up was that a lot of people over here. Well, not over here. We had this other YouTuber was making videos about the situation, and he was saying that he was saying what these people are worth, what Anthony Joshua's worth, what Eddie Hearn is worth, and what Joshua's worth. Like they don't have the money to come out this, that, and the third. Well, the money wasn't coming from them, right? I mean, no, it was coming from the higher end, all right. Their overheads, right? When Eddie Hearn puts out money and everything, it's like 50 mil was always a bluff. Yeah, it was. But what you know, they get the money from investors, you know, people who invest in these guys. That's when the money's coming from. It's never not coming from their pockets. Oh my goodness, where that mouse at? Mm, oh no, I don't want to block them. That's what happened.
For those of you guys who click the dislike button, I think you might be some of these water fanboys, or I don't know who you might be. But it is true, Deontay Water don't want no smoke with Anthony Joshua. Because if he does, maybe he might have as well meet with Eddie Hearn, you know, but they haven't. And they listen, bro. They also gave Joshua 24 hours deadline. What does that? Can you say you give 24 hours deadline? What kind of in this kind of fight? A big huge fight you're giving.
Right.
So That's why
Well, don't Anthony?
that was when
Don't he has a
that was when
all
I
right?
knew they're not serious.
Don't he have a fight coming up with Provectican?
No, I mean Povetkin is the mandatory challenger for his WBA title. So if the water fight doesn't happen, Povetkin will be definitely be next, no doubt. It's a must. He must fight Povetkin, and that's also a dangerous fight. I know Povetkin is not the old Povetkin that used to take you know performance enhancing
All right.
drugs, but I still think that it's still dangerous. I mean, we saw that on the David Price fight, even though David Price is just not good enough. I mean, his chin is not good enough. But David Price tried, huh? He was able to to shoot Povetkin. I mean, the left hook was beautiful at Lalo Povetkin. But David Price, I think he should retire. Yeah, he should.
All right. Mm. All right. Let me see. I don't know what they're talking about. No, I'm on something else. They talking about he was debunked again. I don't see how. It was talking about Eddie Hearn. I don't know. I heard someone say. Remember last time we was talking about this, and we was talking about the behavior that um, Deontay Wilder's carrying. Like a lot of people don't like his behavior and how he's acting. Well, we had someone over here. I had seen a video, and they were saying that you know there was that all Anthony Joshua had to do is say, "Okay, man, I'll fight you," because the way Deontay Wilder was acting, but instead Anthony Joshua not back down. He just turned away from it because it was about when he said he don't want him over there in the UK jumping inside the ring. All right, I don't know if y'all remembers that. He said he don't want him jumping in the ring, making the scene and all that for a fight that's not signed. And right, Mendoza, he doesn't remember. Oh, he's talking to someone else. So a lot of people over here was upset because Anthony Joshua, didn't uh, act the way they wanted him to act because, by the way, Wilder was behaving. I'm like, really, for me, I'm a laid back person, and when I see someone acting stupidly until they want me to act the way they want me to act, you're wasting your time. I'm not gonna have nothing to do with you. You can get mad, get loud, scream, call me all type of names, as long as you don't put your hands on me. But that's not going to change who I am, and I'm not going to walk your way. So I do applaud Anthony Joshua for that. All right, AJ, right, to F fighting in Russia. You seen Rocky 4? Did you guys see it when DW meet up to fight Internet Troll? No, I didn't see that. You talking about Dillian White?
That was many years ago. I mean, no, Gentle Water.
Oh, Deontay White? No, I didn't see that.
That happened many years ago when he fought, when he beat up this guy, internet troll Charlie Zelenoff. Zelendorf or Zelenov? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Charlie Zelenoff?
Zelenoff, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
The only fight I seen, let me see, what was it? I think it was a UFC fighter. Or was no, he was a boxer. He had went to a now I forget who it was. Darn it, I think it was a boxer. And he's gay, okay? And this happened over here in Philly. We had this dude picking with him online, and he found where dude was at. He found that the dude was over in the city of Philly working at a barbershop, and he walked into that barbershop and beat dude up. And I don't know how, but the boy ended up breaking his leg. The guy who he beat up. Yeah, he walked right in that barbershop and beat dude up. I don't know if y'all have seen about that one or heard about that. I'm gonna look that fight up. It should be on YouTube. He could do that to Zenonal. He now runs from Anthony Joshua. Well, what do anyone has to say about Anthony Joshua? I mean, I understand that a lot of people in the USA, got something to say. Most of they talk about his accent, and most of them are the Wilder fans. But I'm going to watch it, Jekyll 3. I didn't even know about that. Was it in the ring or was it a street fight? Yeah, I need to see that. It's on YouTube. Uh, this guy is hilarious. Link him up. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna look it up. It's the best. Hold on a second. Let me see. I gotta check something out real quick. Mm. Yeah, well, the USA love him. I mean, look, they was offering the guy 50 million to come over here. The 50 million they didn't have. They was trying to trick him to come over here. Hold on. All right, let me see. Hold up. That's not. I'm looking for this fight right now. Damn, we got boxing coming on in 2 hours. He's always calling people out. He gets beat badly. Then insists he won. Yeah. All right. All right. I just don't understand why not send a draft contract and why give 24 hours to accept. Well, you know what? Let me tell y'all something. If it was the other way around, okay. If this was Eddie Hearn that was doing this, the U.S. fans will be saying the exact same thing you guys are saying now, and then I'm saying the same thing. And I'm a U.S. citizen, but I just don't like you know trickery. Wilder want to fight real. Wait, Wilder want to fight real. Fight right now. Then Wilder went off. I don't know what you mean by that. He probably has some more supporter. Has more supporter than Wilder. Well, yeah. All right. Wilder knocks out internet. What the hell is that? Oh, sorry, I done something. Wait, boxing block. What happened? I hear you laughing.
I'm just reading some news here, bro. Some buzz news. Oh, I think I might have to sleep, for this fight because if not, there might be.
Yeah, because you know what time it come on over there.
I remember 3 a.m. By 3 a.m. Yeah. I mean the event will start by 3 a.m. Jeremy Miller will be fighting, we have to cover that. Even though you say you don't like the guy, I don't know.
You're right. Oh, and if if we can't do it live or anything, well, I guess we'll do it tomorrow because it'll come on tomorrow. Because I remember last time we did it live. No, I mean, wasn't last time. It was a fight before that. You fell asleep.
That's why I didn't sleep. That's why that's because I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny, but yeah, I was very tired. But that's why I want to sleep now, so that
Yeah, that was also
I don't get.
scary because I'm like, man, hope nobody didn't call the cops because we heard the noise in the background. I said, man, someone is messing with us.
Uh, Nobody called the cops. I mean, I've never been to jail once. I think a long time ago, I was when my mother took me to jail.
Uh,
Yeah, but that was a long time ago when I was a little bit younger. But since that was only once, and it was just for two.
yeah,
It was for this. It was for
right.
this disciplinary reasons. There's some things going on that time. My mother said, "Okay, you need to learn something."
Oh, I see it, man. Man, all right. And this look almost like that barbershop beating.
So I don't know if they will, if I think they will be sleeping right there because maybe I guess.
Yeah.
So we have to
So,
so let me sleep and try wake up by 2:30. I mean, I think by 2 or so so that I can let you know. I think you still be awake or no? Are you be sleeping?
no, yeah, I'll be up. I'll probably take a nap like uh, around 5. Oh, it's 5 o'clock now. Around, well, yeah, later on, 5 or 6. Because like I said, it's still early here.
Yeah.
Hearn will sign half of the great fighters in the USA and change levels, raise the bar before other promoters realize they should be working together. Yeah, true. But like I said before, I said earlier, Al Heyman really did kill the pay-per-view buys over here. We're putting um, free boxing. I mean, by putting boxing on free TV. I'm not just talking about cable, like basic cables. I mean, he actually put, some good championship fights on regular television. Some of he needs to do some with Deontay Wilder, and that would have been great if he would have put Deontay Wilder on just regular TV, but he had it on HBO. I mean, Showtime. But if it would went on just regular television like the other fights, man. And so, all right, well, boxing block. I'm gonna let you get your rest
Hold on, bro.
and everything. All right.
We're
So
back.
this is CMD Boxing Report signing off for Boxing Block Center.
And
Thanks everyone for joining.
go subscribe to CFD Boss Reports. I think it's time. I think it's time you get to like maybe 1,000 subscribers. I guess you deserve it.
Yeah, hopefully I'll make it there. I'm gonna have to start doing more uploads, and it'll come when I start doing some live streams as well.
Yeah, that is very nice, bro. Because I think as in the content, as in when you start doing more upload, I think that will get that will. I mean, I think I already had about I think
Right?
1,000 subscribers before I started doing live stream.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I just at that time I was very active. I had to do upload every time, update defense, update defense, like I do now anyway. But before I was much more active. You know, because nowadays, before you say you should post something and before you finish, it kind of take long. Because you want to make it edited good, you want to make it, solid. You don't just want to, do a random stuff and just put it there. It has to be solid,
Yeah,
the,
right,
the editing must be solid.
right. And another way I started talking about Anthony Joshua and because that's the hottest thing. That'll also get a lot of views and subs. But all right then. So we'll be signing off, and I'll catch you later on.
Okay, cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers.